Okay, I'm good. Are you rolling? We live?
Yep, we're good.
Hey, sweet. Can I be frank with you?
Yeah, please do.
Hi, I'm Frank. I'm extending for a handshake.
You know what it is now, boys and girls of the podcast world. Matt and Tyler on the mics. They're gonna stay here until they agree. They're gonna stay here until they agree. Oh, thank you for listening. This show's called Until We Agree. Oh, thank you for listening.
Welcome back to Until We Agree. I'm Matt, joined as always by Tyler, co-host of Until We Agree, and special guest Frank. Welcome, Frank, to the podcast. Tyler, can I be frank with you for a second?
Please do.
Hi, I'm Frank. Also,
Nice to meet you.
Can we give a little recap of what happened just minutes before this podcast started going? I would love to hear it from your perspective, knowing who you are as a person.
I'm sorry?
Do you want to talk about everything that kind of led up to the start of this podcast in the last 10 minutes?
The last 10 minutes? Not much happened other than, a little Crohn's attack, and I don't know. Is that what you wanted to talk about?
Yeah,
It is nothing to me. I feel fine on my side of the mic, but I guess on your side of the mic, things were a bit grim.
You would, as someone who doesn't have an incurable disease like yourself.
Do you not remember?
Dude, if you bring up food poisoning one more time in relation
I got
to this,
food poisoning.
that's your own fault. Are you saying that people with Crohn's are may I say, they're the problem? Because that's what it sounds like you're saying.
You.
It
You're
sounds
the
like
problem,
it
for
sounds
sure.
like victim blaming. Don't bring me into this. This is about all victims.
You're the problem.
Okay, so I would like to welcome everyone back to Until We Agree, and something that we got no feedback on last week, so we're gonna bring it back right now. This is just you and me, by the way. I meant to make this obvious that we're looking for Hutch here. You're gonna give the answer of Hutch here, okay?
Okay.
And what we learned is no one had anything to say about our Who Am I game that we played last week. Multiple rounds, failed all but one of us. I think in the 4 rounds we went 3 for 4 failure, which is right in the sweet spot of where you want to be for a fun game for an audio medium podcast. So I want to give you one more special chance to play the game right now. Are you ready? This is just you.
I love this game.
By yourself.
I'm very good at this game because, I don't know, something about our wavelength matched up last week, and I just knew it was Owen Wilson from The Interview. And by the interview, I mean the internship, and I said the exact same thing last week. Matt's muted.
So I told him that we're going to look for Hutch, but he's going to look so stupid when he thinks the answer is going to be Hutch. He's going to say it so confidently, but it's not Hutch. It's actually Hitch, Will Smith's character from the movie Hitch. Sorry, I'm going through Crohn's right now, so that was just a Crohn's thing.
You weren't talking to the audience?
No. Just Crohn's. Anyways.
Well, I have something to say, and I could mute and just say it to the audience, but I'll say it to your face.
Please do.
Well, one, is Crohn's contagious?
In a way, yeah.
Okay. How?
It's not.
Like through touching and hugging even? It's not contagious at all?
Bro, you and I have hugged enough to know that it's not contagious. You should know that by now.
I was just going to cancel my plane ticket to your wedding next week if it were in fact contagious.
Bro, you're barely hanging on to an invite to begin with, so I think you just take what you can get at this point.
That's crazy to bump the best man. Shout out Middleditch and Swartz, bumping the best man to 7th position.
You're 7th, man. Sorry. Dude, you got the crazy thing is you are a lot like that's such a niche reference that no one's aware of, so I'm not going to dig any deeper into Middleditch and Swartz.
Well, it is my moment. It is my moment.
Exactly. I hope that you make it about yourself. And may I say, if there's a ghost there, you want to know what the ghost would sound like? Ooh.
Yeah.
So we're hoping for no ghosts. But if you do hear a ooh, you'll know that there's a specter present at the wedding. I said our wedding like it's you and me. And
our wedding.
We'll see.
Heavily involved. You did give me a lot of responsibility. Friday and Saturday, the 2 major days of the wedding, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like handling microphones. I'm upstanding quite a bit.
Bro, the thing
so
is...
those would encapsulate my responsibilities, those 2 things.
Yeah, you have to say names on Friday night, and then you have to say
names.
A couple of sentences about
not just names,
me.
though. You told me specifically you told me specifically that I also have to say not names.
Yeah, I want you
Like
to.
I have
wait.
to say names, but then I have to veto people who want to speak that aren't on the list.
And don't forget, you have to riff a little bit too, which I think you can handle.
What does that look like? I think I can handle that.
You just had that. The thing is I think you're asking too many questions because I don't think Conan O'Brien was asking what does riffing mean when he hosted The Office. The Office?
He would.
The Oscars.
He wouldn't have asked that.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I think what's going to happen is somebody's going to finish their speech, and I'll probably say, okay, who wants to go next? That'll be easy to top, and then we'll throw it to somebody else.
I like the idea of saying who wants to go next, knowing that you have a detailed order list, and those people have been given the list as well, and so they know when they're speaking, which then opens the idea that someone not on the list can start talking, and then you shut them down right away.
Okay, I'm already messing up my one job of keeping the mic out of the grimy little hands of those not on the list. That's not good.
Yeah, we have people that especially shouldn't even be close to the mic. Not and that's where I think we need you to get extra
sniffing the mic,
extra physical. Yeah, for sure. So why don't we hop onto Who Am I? Episode 2. Go ahead and get started.
Okay, am I a human?
Yes. And I'll give you this. You can be a real person this time. You may not be.
Person.
You may not be. Like
a real person?
Like a real life person versus like a fictional character.
Am I someone we know?
In a way, yes. You haven't specifically met him.
Do I hit it?
Believe it or not, you do.
Am I Hutch?
No.
Huh?
Good question. Or good question. Good guess, but no, you're not.
I don't like this game anymore.
You're Hitch. Hit it, Hitch.
Keep my wife's name out.
Oh,
dude,
no.
you should have seen your face when I muted, and I told everyone that you thought it was going to be Hutch the whole time, but it was actually Hitch the whole time.
I thought we were setting up fake bits.
No,
I just got hitched.
Well, there was a fake bit with me and the audience, and you were the victim.
I just got hitched.
Get until we agreed. Welcome back to the show.
Hitched even.
Dude,
May I say it one more time? I just got hitched.
Dude, who knows what that's going to be? That's a new audio clip itself. All right. So what are we talking about today? You want to talk about March Madness. You want to talk about our brackets and the not for money bracket competition that we're in. If the IRS is listening, if the IRS is not listening,
well,
we're playing
it doesn't matter anymore whether the IRS is listening because we just got eliminated, both of us. I was checking.
I haven't.
We both had a solid. Yes, you did. I just checked.
From the chance to win, yes, but I can still get second place.
Okay, I guess I can technically also get second place,
Yeah.
but we were both. If our respective champions won, you picked Florida, I picked Duke.
Mm-hmm.
We were both top of the list to take the crown and take the money, but we both happened to pick Tennessee today.
And by today you mean the Elite Eight against
Sunday.
Houston, because we're not gonna we don't want to date this to exist in one moment in time. If you're listening in 2026 or beyond, Tennessee lost to Houston in the Elite Eight, and we had a chance to win money. If that fell in our favor, it would have given us a chance to win a buttload of money. And
so what? Yeah, and also it's 5-on-5. It's basketball, and they play buzzer to buzzer, and whoever scores the most points wins.
Typically, that's
Tennessee did not.
Typically true. Yes, everything you said, I think, is mostly true.
Just for those listening in the future,
yeah,
who may not know what basketball is.
The Cyborgs too. That sucked.
The Cyborgs too. Bro, who is that? The Cyborgs too.
I'm having a Crohn's attack. Be nice to me, man. My stomach. Oh,
dude, you're just doing an impression of yourself.
Don't blame me for any bad joke I just made. My stomach hurts. Oh man.
Can I tell you what also hurts?
Tell me, man. I don't want to
hot takes.
I don't want to talk anymore. Do you have a hot take? We talked about this today. And this is something that when I framed it to you, I was thinking about this today. This is something that I actually truly. This one's not even a joke. I know we've had some jokes so far. That Cyborg joke hit pretty hard. I know for a fact. And then you got pranked pretty good as well. But this was something I was thinking about.
I don't know.
And
it wasn't that good.
No, they were both dynamite. I just checked with the audience. Leave a comment if you thought the Cyborg joke was okay. Anyways, on Spotify, what am I even talking about? This
hot
Crohn's,
takes,
man.
You were setting up.
Yeah, so I was. Yeah,
it has nothing to do with your brain.
Yes, it does, bro. It's DNA, genetics. Let me put you on to genetics really quick.
I will say, I do think it might have something to do with your brain because you had to maybe miss school from Crohn's days, and it's showing here.
That's true. This is not even like, this is not fun, actually. I actually had to take freshman year of high school. I had to take finals in my hospital bed. Anyways, that's really sad.
Oh my gosh. That is really sad. Is that true?
Yeah, there was some lady came from.
This is shortly after like our theater class?
This was before theater. This was first semester. And then,
Can you
believe it? I came in that hot into theater 1 2 weeks after taking my finals in the hospital bed.
That is crazy. I did not know that.
You would have never guessed
maybe
it.
you've told me that before, but I didn't know that it was that close into our theater days.
And they were really pushing for me to get out of the hospital by Christmas. Got out December 23rd. So it was tight, but we made it. And now I would take finals on a desk. If I had to take a final today, I would take it at a desk.
I can't believe they let you take it in like that. That just shows how much of a joke school is that they let you take it in a hospital. Did you cheat?
Bro, it was proctored. They brought someone from the county in.
No
and had to
way.
sit. She sat and watched me the whole time.
Did you cheat?
Did I what?
Did you cheat?
Do you want me to mention the proctor from the county came and gave me the final again?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know. Okay. There's ways around that. First of all, and did you study in your hospital bed before that?
It was freshman year, like English class. It wasn't like I was taking the SAT or anything. Yeah.
It was probably pretty easy.
I think 2 of the 4 classes just said, don't even worry about it, and gave me an A. Like, it wasn't like...
That's nice of them.
Yeah, it was nice.
Oh, man, I wish I had Crohn's.
Dude, shut up. Nothing but perks having Crohn's, man.
Did you also get a Make-A-Wish?
No, but I got Jolly Ranchers when they put me on a liquid diet for 3 months when I couldn't eat any solid foods. They said I could have.
Is that real? That you 3 months?
You do not know me.
I don't think I knew this.
You're getting real close to getting bumped off of.
This is
best
really
man,
sad.
like legit bumped off of best man.
No, this is sad.
Yeah, it is sad. I've been trying to tell you this for a while. It wasn't.
May I say something?
Yeah, please.
I'm starting to think food poisoning is not all that bad.
Dude, and wait till you find out. I actually had it pretty easy compared to most people. Yeah, dude. Yeah, like you're missing out, man. White
privilege strikes again.
Dude. All right. So hot takes for the cyborgs in the future. Those are things that humans can have opinions on that they believe pretty strongly in, and maybe they're not.
Everybody knows what hot takes are.
Dude, it's for the cyborgs.
Oh,
AI.
Right, I forgot you loved that joke so much you wanted to do it again. Sorry, dude.
So the cyborg. No. Hot take. How about you?
All right, so we're doing hot takes. Matt said he really believes in this, and he wanted me to come up with one too, and I really got a good one. And so, do you want me to go first?
I think yours is going to be more conversation. I think you're going to agree with mine. Maybe not fully, but I think you're going to agree with mine. So
I don't think you're going to agree with mine.
Yeah, which is good.
I've come to the realization.
Never mind. I thought I was going
that
first.
You should go first.
Okay. So I was sitting in the car today, and I saw this like 2 days ago that someone I followed on Instagram posted on her story that she got a PhD in literature or something, or English or something. And that it didn't really click to me until this morning when I was driving, and I was like, how stupid is it that she gets to call herself a doctor, and she can just call herself a doctor, and if it's just in the world, no one would think twice about her not being a medical doctor. And,
right, PhDs, non-medical PhDs is what you're talking about.
Right, and what she can do is she can put on not to flame this one person, it's all people with anything besides an MD or any medical degree, advanced medical degree. You can just put that on paperwork and put that on your driver's license and all this stuff, you're a doctor, and act like you're a doctor.
I do feel like we should have another word.
That's exactly what my point was. I think there should be another word for PhD or anything. Right. I mean, I would go so far as to even say some medical doctors too, like foot doctors and stuff Yeah, chiropractor. That's another.
I don't think you have to get your doctorate for a chiropractor.
But if you did, I wouldn't say Doctor Chiropractor. I would say I would call him by his first name or her first name, because this is not just history; it's herstory as well. So that was my stance, and I've been fighting this Crohn's thing all day, as you know. So it really kind of took me out of it. So I didn't think of a word for what it could be. But it seems like It just kind of frustrates me because I know
we should count to 3 and say what word we think it should be.
Okay.
Then this is specifically for English, or like, are we gonna have a different word for everything, or is it's just a different word?
This is a word
encompasses anything that's non-medical.
This is a word for someone who got a PhD but does not actually like treat illness or any like. If you're not treating the human body and creating health through that, there has to be a different word for it.
I've got it.
Okay, give me a second.
I think we're on the same page.
Okay.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Eye doctor.
Oh.
Well, you're doctor?
Not der.
I actually like that a lot better. I didn't want to.
So you said that because we have a friend who is a quote unquote eye doctor.
Unquote the eye, quote the doctor.
He does work on eyes. He's just doctor.
So I would be fine if all people, even like got an English PhD, eye doctor, English PhD. Doctor is good too, though. I actually like that a lot. That's actually probably pretty clever. But
because it's like, and wait until I break it down. It's like because it's short for not doctor.
Oh,
can you believe that? Yeah.
I didn't know what because no, that's actually a lot better than what I thought it meant.
Right. What did you think it meant?
Look, man, all I know is
you're not quick enough for this.
Doctor.
I just know you're not
Dude, you read me like a book there. I was gonna just start spewing words. There was gonna be nothing good. So all right. Anyways, yeah. So that my hot take is, and we can honestly, I actually really like Noctur. What did you say it was?
Hey man, one of those.
Noctur. Yeah, I actually really like that. I think I honestly may start putting that into my vernacular just on a daily basis, because it just stinks that one of our most noble professions that like does the most good for the world has to share the same title as someone who just wrote about how reading books is like good for childhood development, which is true. And like, there's great value in that.
There's value in that.
But like, there's levels to this stuff, someone who's saving someone's life on the operating room who had a heart attack and then they not come back to life, but like they save this person's life and then they have the heart 20 years younger than it was before. Like, there just has to be like, they can even call themselves like business majors. I majored in business. I would share my level of success with someone who studied reading books. But like, I'm not good. I don't think it's fair that you don't see me out here claiming stolen valor for being a life-saving medical doctor. And they're doing that every time they don't specify.
I want you to put yourself in the shoes of a PhD, a non-medical PhD.
Wow, these are really big. I've never worn shoes this big.
Right, probably not. And so let's just go with English.
Do you need me not break down that joke for you?
No.
My feet are way smaller than the average person, so odds are they have bigger feet.
I've got that.
Okay.
All right, so you're on a plane. I'm the flight attendant, and I say, are there any doctors on this plane?
Who's the pilot?
We'll find out maybe.
Okay. And then so I have an English PhD.
You have an English PhD.
Yeah,
I'm a flight attendant. And I would say, is there any doctors on this plane?
Actually, yes, there is. Me.
I didn't really think it further than that. The situation just volunteering. Imagine volunteering and walking back. There's somebody having a heart attack, and you're just like shuffling through their bags and look at their literature they brought on the plane.
I just really wanted to let everyone know that I went to school for 4 years and had to write one big paper. By the way, that's what I did.
I'm sorry. Have you never heard of the word thesis?
I trying to
defend my thesis.
I defended my thesis. Yeah, some people used to go to war and die for our country. That's really defending something.
Such as the pilot of mini planes, Bjorn Dufla.
There he is. He fought for something he believed in, and we should too. Okay, I think that's the first one. And this is just a sidebar between me and you. I don't think people are gonna think that we're cooking this episode, but I think we are. Anyways,
I think we are.
This might be like a legendary episode, but I don't think people are gonna appreciate it until like it's gonna be like Van Gogh. Like after this podcast is long gone, people are gonna look back and be like, that was their Mona Lisa.
Hold on. Did you recently see a YouTube short or something, or reel or whatever, TikTok, of Doctor Who episode where they get Van Gogh and take him to like the future so he can see an art exhibit with all his pieces?
No. What about
There's
it?
an episode of Doctor Who. We can get this in. There's an episode of Doctor Who
where that happens.
Where Van Gogh is
like
you said that, and I
just
got this reel. I just got this reel the other day, and so I was like, "You must have gotten it." But Doctor Who is.
Wait, let me guess. They get it. They have their time machine, and they go and bring
the TARDIS
Van Gogh.
Is what it's called.
They bring Van Gogh to the present day. Is that what happens?
Yeah, I just said that.
Yeah, and then but it felt like you were about to explain it again, so I was just wanted to just.
Well, but he's really sad, and so he asked the art exhibit guy. He's like, "Please, or like, how would you describe Van Gogh's impact?" And he's like, "Oh, Van Gogh's the finest." And then the guy starts crying like a little baby, looking at all his art. And
the guy being Van Gogh.
Yeah, Vincent.
Dude, sounds like he's a bummer to be around.
Honestly, he did cut his ear off, so I really think
dude, he was the vibe killer for sure. Like, imagine you get famous and then you're like bummed out about it later on. Like,
he wasn't famous in his day, by the way. You know that, right?
Yeah, I get that, but like, get over it.
Let me put you on to Van Gogh real quick.
Put me onto him. Tell me one thing about Van Gogh.
He was not famous in his day. He cut his ear off. He painted Starry Night, and also
he looks like Andrew Santorino too.
He does look like that guy. He also kind of looks like you. If you had a beard.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree.
And so, yeah, that's what I know about Van Gogh.
Were you?
And that's how you say his name.
Yeah,
by the way.
Sure. Were you good at art in like elementary school?
No, I could draw cars a little bit, but I was never good at art.
Dude, that's the thing. Is middle school we had to take art like one semester out of the 3 years we were there. Yeah, and I got really good at. We had a shoe unit, and I got really good at drawing shoes. But that's the only thing I've ever been able to draw.
A shoe unit?
Yeah.
You got good at drawing shoes.
Yeah, and I don't know if I'm still good at drawing shoes, but for whatever reason, shoes really clicked with me more than anything else we did in art class.
I would love to see this shoe that you're talking about. I bet like the perception you remember it is really good. It probably is just like some scuffed pair of like sneakers that were poorly drawn by a child.
Well, here's the thing: is they were a pair of sneakers poorly drawn by a child in fifth period.
Incredible.
They were the best thing I did. Were they incredible? There's a good chance not. If I had to guess, just knowing myself, I bet I really struggled with the laces. I bet the laces stood up like they had been like freeze dried.
But I feel like drawing is something that you can learn pretty easily. It's just like I'm not putting in the time to do it.
Right. It's just like singing, which is another thing you didn't put the time in to do.
Right.
Just kidding. You sing.
Nice, man. Good save.
Dude, did I mention I'm having a Crohn's thing today?
Dude, we know. No, can I say my hot take now?
Please, man.
I'm tired of whatever you were talking about. No, I think shoes are overrated.
Oh, how great would it have been if we had a better transition between the shoe drawing thing and this?
I know. I didn't even think about it, but I think shoes are overrated. Not the drawings of them. The drawings of them are actually probably better than the shoes themselves. They're little foot prisons that you walk around in all day. You could just be barefoot.
Okay, you can be barefoot, but let me put you onto shards of glass.
But everybody could be barefoot.
Okay, but can I put you on shards of glass for a second?
How often do you walk over shards of glass?
Bro, I wouldn't. Here's the thing: is I wouldn't know because
this would create a more responsible society.
But here's the thing: is
if everybody was barefoot.
Bro, I would argue that people who are barefoot more right now are the least responsible of all the people.
Why?
Have you seen a doctor walk into a room? Let's bring back doctors for a second.
Because they're not allowed to.
Bro,
and what? Read Shakespeare?
Look, man. All I'm saying is there's something. We created shoes because there was a need for shoes. What about rocks?
But
there are loose rocks everywhere.
But our shoes or our feet right now are very like sensitive because of shoes. We could be one with nature, and like toughen up our feet, get calluses. Everybody would be much more athletic and quick on their feet.
I think shoes do a good job too. You can make more sharp movements with shoes on because they give you more grip.
But they don't give you more grip than your bare feet.
And I'll be honest,
you're just not used to the feeling.
Dude, this is a bad take. I'll be honest. There's this loose thing in my bedroom in the carpet that's stuck in the carpet somewhere, and I can't find it. And every time I step on it in my room without my
whose fault is that?
It ruins my day for like 2 hours because it hurts so bad.
Is that?
And then I look for it in the carpet and I can't find
the contractor.
No, it's what are you talking about?
That's the contractor's fault.
What contractor?
If they were bare, whoever put the thing in the carpet.
No, it's a loose impediment that I can't find. it moves around the room. So when I step on it, I like pick it up with my foot and then I fling it somewhere else in the room and I can never find it because it hides back in the carpet.
Why don't you just be a man for a second and look at the bottom of your foot and pick it off?
No, it's not. Oh, you use some context clues.
Why don't you here next time? Okay, no. I got this. I got this. The solution. Next time you're barefoot in your room, I want you to take pictures and videos all the time as you're walking around and send those to me, and then we'll find it together.
Dude, and send it to me, and then the episode just ends.
I know what you're thinking too. That's not why I said the barefoot thing. I know what you're thinking. Everybody should be barefoot, but like nobody should be able to look down except me. I'm joking.
What are you talking about?
I'm joking.
No one should be Oh, he's joking. So from what I'm getting is you want everyone to be barefoot for natural purposes.
Natural purposes only, no nefarious reasons whatsoever.
Right. That sounds just like you.
No, I just think one with nature and more athletic stances could be gained. And
are you reading these notes off of ChatGPT?
No.
That's what it sounds like right now. This doesn't sound like original thought.
I could. Let's see. ChatGPT. You love chat.
Yeah, I kind of do.
Why should society go barefoot?
Going
barefoot has several potential benefits, both for individuals and for society as a whole. Stronger feet and muscles, I've been trying to say that. Shoes, especially with those arch supports, can weaken foot muscles, improve posture and balance, better circulation, fewer foot issues, more sweaty hogs out.
What?
Increased
Was that ChatGPT?
Increased connection to nature. That's what I'm trying to say. Better sensory perception.
Wait, did you say more sweaty what's out? Did you say dogs or hogs?
I think I meant to say dogs is what I'll say on the record.
Did it say hogs?
Less waste and pollution as well. It's more affordable because you wouldn't have to buy shoes, and cleaner spaces.
Okay.
Because barefoot society would encourage cleaner, safer environments. ChatGPT agrees with me.
Hey man, just leaving this voicemail. I cannot believe I said sweaty hog on the podcast. I just want everybody to know that I did mean sweaty dog, as in feet, bare feet, sweaty bare feet. And so, if you could please edit this in, I would be very appreciative. Thank you.
Let's put this to bed with just this.
There's two more.
Okay.
Breaking social norms and encouraging simplicity.
Yeah, I'm glad we took the time to read those last two. So, can you just ask ChatGPT once and for all? Let's put this to bed. Are they more pro shoes off or more pro shoes on for the whole society?
Yeah. Do you think society should...
And if you are listening right now and you have opinions on this, find us on Instagram, TikTok, @Until We Agree for both of those. If you're listening here, once again, you can leave a comment and you can do this. You can leave 5 stars. 5-star review gets us boosting up the analytics, boosting up the charts, and having more people find us. We haven't done a new country in like 2 weeks and we're missing the accents. Everyone loves the accents. Just give us a follow and a like or wherever you want to do. And we really appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right. ChatGPT, thoughts on shoes?
So it's like, okay. It wasn't giving me an answer for a second because I asked it, do you think society should go barefoot? And it's like, gives me this multiple paragraph thing of, I think it could benefit, but, shoes are good for some people. And then I said yes or no. I cracked down a little bit and said, yes, society should be more open to going barefoot, but not necessarily require it. And I said, no buts, yes or no. And it said yes.
No way. It took your side?
So AI is on my side.
I think AI just wants to keep you happy. I don't know if I agree with that. One more sycophant on the show for Tyler. Everyone acts like I have the sycophants. Tyler has all the sycophants. All the guests come on the show and they all support Tyler because that's what they want to do. They want to keep him happy and it's disgusting.
Hold on, I'm asking one more question. I said, what if we call bare feet sweaty dogs? Matt left. He's having a Crohn's thing. So I'll entertain you with ChatGPT's response to me asking if we should call bare feet sweaty dogs. It said, if we started calling bare feet sweaty dogs, it would definitely make conversations more interesting. Imagine saying, I can't wait to let my sweaty dogs breathe after a long day, or the sand feels amazing on my sweaty dogs. It might take some getting used to, but language evolves all the time. Who knows? Maybe it would catch on. Would you fully commit to calling them that in everyday life? I'll go ahead and let ChatGPT know yes, I would. Yep, and it respects my commitment. So I'll be done with AI for now. I don't know. Matt may be cooked, but until he gets back. Hey, man.
Dude, I'm hurting.
Dude, we can call it. I read the audience some ChatGPT for a minute there, and then we kicked it to this segment that we're in now. So we can finish out with some Q&A. Brittany asks, what rom-com would you want to star in? And I'm gonna go ahead and say it right now.
Wedding Crashers.
I want to star in Wedding Crashers, man. And so does Matt.
We can co-star, man.
Well. We can co-star Vince Vaughn, Ben Stiller, and by Ben Stiller I mean Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson, yeah.
And so we're gonna go ahead and call it there.
No, I want to hear the Yu-Gi-Oh story, man.
Not today, man. I don't think you got the ears for it. All right, man. I hope your tummy feels better. The Rat Pack hopes your tummy feels better. We're gonna go ahead and close out, and until next week. And until we agree. All right, see you guys.
We're gonna stay here until they agree. Oh, thank you for listening. This show's called Until We Agree. Oh, thank you for listening.
Oh, wait, here's one more though. Here's my impression of Matt Damon and downsizing if he has Crohn's. Oh man, I'm not feeling good and I'm really small.